KIMT News 3, coverage you can count on. This is KIMT News 3's Midday.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us right here on Midday. I'm Nick Kruzelnicki. Rochester police are trying to find the person who may be responsible for a shooting late last night. It happened near 20th Avenue Southeast and 17th Street Southeast just before midnight. Police say two men were shot at but were not struck by the bullets. They believe there was some sort of confrontation between the victims and the suspect. The suspect's vehicle is described as a dark-colored SUV. That car had left the scene by the time cops arrived. Now let's check in with Storm Team 3 meteorologist Ryan Knapp, and I have to say it is finally nice to see some sun out there today for once.
Yeah, we had some clouds build in early this morning, and then by the time we got towards really around 9 and 10 o'clock, those clouds started to move on out of here. We are now seeing a lot of sun, and actually we're seeing some nice blue skies out there. Temperatures still rather cool into the more middle 50s right now. Those feel-like temperatures are back to where our current temperatures actually are, so we're not really seeing any wind chill anymore, similar to what we saw this morning, but our winds are still rather strong out of the southwest at 13 miles per hour. Temperatures right now rather uniform into more the lower to middle 50s. We are still seeing some upper 40s, but we are slowly working our way up to where we expected our temperatures to be by now. Big story though, moving forward into the rest of today and into tomorrow, and especially for Saturday and the beginning of the weekend. I am tracking some cooler air here moving into much of the Midwest. I'll let you know what you can expect coming up in my full Storm Team 3 forecast in about 10 minutes.
All right, thank you, Ryan. Well, the winter will be a little warmer for some folks thanks to the efforts of the Salvation Army. KIMT News 3's Brooke McKivergan tells us just how many coats they collected this year.
Rochester showed up last weekend donating hundreds of coats to the Salvation Army coat drive. Take a look at this. I'm told we are going to be giving away well over 700 winter jackets today, and it's all thanks to your generosity. In Rochester, Brooke McKivergan, KIMT News 3.
Thank you, Brooke. The Salvation Army started distributing coats this morning, and if you are in need of a good winter coat, they'll be handing them out until 3 this afternoon. We also have a follow-up to yesterday's mobile home fire in Stuartville. The fire department says while fighting yesterday's fire, a car drove over a 5-inch supply line, causing $700 damage to the hose. Now, damaging a large hose could put firefighters in danger if it were to fail. They're asking the public to obey road closures and never ever drive over a fire hose. Now, it's the last thing we want to think about. But winter will be here before we know it, which means it's a good time to fire up the old snowblower to make sure it works. Northern Tool and Equipment's Josh Shipton said the main cause for snowblowers needing a repair are carburetor issues. Gasoline can break down after 30 days and turn into a syrup-like mess in the gas tank. He also recommends using 91 octane gas or higher in your snowblower. Shipton said he always makes sure to tune up his winter equipment in October to make sure he's not caught in the cold.
Prepare early. I do all my snowblower tune-ups myself this time in October. The weather's nice, you can still be outside doing stuff. I had it one year I had to change my oil in January, and I wouldn't want to do that again. It was too cold outside.
Now, Shipton also says the earlier you can prepare for the snow, the better, and also make sure your car is prepped for winter driving. And while you're checking out the snowblower, you definitely don't want to forget about getting your house in good shape as well. The Rochester Fire Department has some advice for you. Captain Caleb Fine said the two most important things to keep in mind are to make sure smoke and carbon monoxide detectors are functioning and to clean out all powered heating equipment before starting them up. He also recommends having a certified technician look at your home's heating system to make sure it is safe and efficient. Captain Fine says education is key to preventing fires.
During the cooler months, people would think that, there would be more fires, there would be a spike in call volume, but there's really no rhyme or reason to when we get more calls for this or when we get more calls for that. So the biggest thing we want to do is just educate people on the safety aspect of it, the maintenance piece of it, to make sure that whatever they're using to keep themselves comfortable during the cooler months, that they're doing it the safest way possible.
He also recommends keeping anything flammable at least 3 feet away from a heating device in order to prevent fire. Olmsted County is in strong financial shape and they have the grades to prove it. Moody's Investors Service just gave the county a AAA credit rating with a stable outlook. This is the highest possible rating Moody's gives out. According to the county, having a high credit rating means the county can borrow money for a lower rate. Board of Commissioners Chair Stephanie Podulki says only 3% of counties in the country have a AAA credit rating. If you're looking for a good fright in October, and I know I am, downtown Rochester has plenty of haunts to chill you to the bone. This weekend, the Rochester Civic Theater is showing Evil Dead the Musical. They say it will be a mix of several Halloween cult classic films to create the craziest theatrical experience of all time. Some more events being held downtown in the coming weeks include Halloween paint classes, a haunted theater, a creepy doll cocktail party, and a haunted trolley tour. To find out more about these events, you can go to downtown RochesterMN.com. They couldn't reach a deal, and now workers for John Deere are on the picket lines. We'll tell you which states are impacted.
COVID cases nationwide are down, but the Biden administration says more work needs to be done. I'm Skylar Henry at the FDA headquarters in Maryland, where officials are considering COVID vaccine booster shots.
You're watching KIMT News 3 Midday News with Brooke McKivergan. Tracking storms with Storm Team 3 meteorologist Sean McAday. This is KIMT News 3, local news from your community. We are coverage you can count on.